The key to making delicious homemade cookies lies in how you use butter. You need to get high quality butter from the market. Me? I personally love using Kerrygold. Trust me, you'll taste the difference once you put it inside your mouth. The first thing you need to do is brown the butter properly. Put 2 whole sticks of it into your hot saucepan and let it all melt down. Whisk it constantly, moving your hand in circles over and over again vigorously. You don't want the butter to burn. Eventually, after a few minutes of continuous heat and motion, the milky fats will begin to separate, and the bottom of the butter will begin to turn brown. Once this starts, switch off your heat shortly after, but keep whisking. We want a warm, deep brown like honey. If it's still bright golden yellow, you'll need to give it some more heat. But if any of it turns dark, almost like flecks of coffee, well, then you've worked it too long and you'll have to start all over with a fresh batch. But if it's at just the right shade, pour it all out of your saucepan into a bowl and let it chill for 10 minutes while you get busy elsewhere. Into a large mixing bowl, I want you to pour just 1/2 cup of your sweet white sugar and then 1 full cup of brown sugar. Whether light or dark brown depends on how molassesy you like the taste of your cookies. I prefer light. Once your butter is chilled, scrape every last bit of it all over that pile of sugar. Next, take 2 cold eggs into your hands and then crack them open, spilling their insides onto the mixture. Now at this point, if you'd like some additional fragrance with your cookies, you can add up to 1 whole tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. Beat this wet combination together using your mixer with a paddle attached. Not the hook, not the whisk. You need to paddle it. Do not go faster than medium speed until it just starts to come together. Then stop for a little moment. Your wet ingredients are now ready, but it's time to work the not-so-wet parts. In a separate bowl, you'll need to mix together 255 grams of all-purpose flour and 115 grams of bread flour. That's 9 ounces and 4 ounces respectively if you insist on taking it imperial style. Throw in 1/2 teaspoon of table salt and 1 full teaspoon of baking powder. Whisk these dry ingredients together thoroughly, then bring it over to your mixer and the wet mixture. Turn it back on at low speed and add in half of the dry mix until it all gets incorporated. Then add the second half to it once combined. Add your desired amount and type of chocolate chips and continue to mix until your dough is homogeneous. If you like your cookies a little more bready and fluffy like I do, keep mixing it for another 3 minutes after the dough is all combined to build up more gluten. Once it's done, lay out your thick dough onto a large spread of plastic wrap and seal it up nice and tight, because here comes the hard part. You need to let it rest in your refrigerator for 3 days before you can start baking. The wait can be excruciating, but I promise the buildup will be worth it. Once 3 days have passed, preheat your oven at 177 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. Your dough will be very, very hard once you take it out of the fridge, so let it soften a little before you start spreading it apart in balls. The size of them depends on how big you like your cookies, but make sure you keep those balls at least 2 inches apart from each other. Bake them for 10 to 13 minutes. The shorter time gives you chewier cookies, but longer makes them crispier. Make sure you let them rest at least for 5 minutes on the baking sheet after they're done before you put them in your mouth and swallow. I hope you enjoy.